I got the itch of coming to compete again.
What made you have the itch though?
Just seeing, everyone was still competing. South Carolina, all of my teammates were making Olympic teams, 2004, World Championship teams in 2005. The success that I was seeing, I was training with those athletes every single day. And that inspired me to say, you are that talented as well to stand up for your gift. And I wanted to take a chance on myself and quit my job and actually started training full time again to come back and make this Olympic team in 2 years.
And you did.
It actually happened. Just on that, it took 9 months after training, I made the World Championship team in 2007. And that was a real first test. That's when they took top 4 back then, not the top 3 next fastest 2. And in the semifinal, when you look at the heat sheet and you're like, dang, I got the heat in the semifinal. That's the only one. You had 2 semifinals. One was either like stacked.
Or the one you can just walk across the line.
Or one you were like, all right, I'm good.
We call that the lottery.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had that heat and I was like, oh, nobody knew who I was. You know what I mean? I hadn't run in 4 years. And we crossed that finish line and my name came up in the 4th spot by 100th of a second. And I ended up going on to make the World Championship team. I got 5th and was for the relay pool. However, Allison decided not to do the double because she finished right before me in 4th. And that's when we had 4 spots because Lauren Williams was the returning world champion.
From 05. From 05.
Yeah, so when I was on site in Osaka, they said they had a spot in the 100s. And all of a sudden, I went from a cubicle 9 months before to running 100 meters in world championships in Osaka.
The grand stage.
I didn't know where I was.
So you didn't even know that you was going to run the 100 until you was there?
Until 2 days before.
What?
Yes.
Oh, man, that's a testament to your story of
2 days
actually
before.
betting on yourself and dreaming on yourself and it happening for you, man.
Yes.
That takes a lot of guts. A lot of people can't walk away from a job and do what you did. So I definitely applaud you on that.
Yeah, a lot of faith. I take that time off in those 4 years. I would say the development, it really came in understanding my values, standing up for just the anchor of how I make decisions. What works for me, what doesn't, what lines up to what I believe in. And if I say I'm a faithful person and I have these values, then you have to operate that way. I have to operate in a faithful way, in a way of excellence and those things that I held myself accountable for. And so I just made decisions based off those things and the results actually lined up to that.
That's an amazing story, amazing journey.
Yeah.
So now that you had the Olympics and everything, what was your most memorable moment like from your Olympics and your professional career?
Oh, man. First, just going back, like from Osaka, I was the first one out of the final. That's when they took the top 4 in each one, like I said. So I was mad because I had a faster time than the person that, made any type thing. So I watched the final. And that's when I really understood that I belong here. I'm one of them. And so going into that 2008 year, it was just a different mindset of understanding that I know how to compete with the best women in the world. And the Olympic year, I finished, I believe, 7th at the trials. But, people were doubling and things like that. So I was selected for the relay pool. And I was excited because I actually made the team. I actually set out to do something and it really happened. But I didn't know if I was going to touch the track. That's always the thing with the relays. I've been in that position of not knowing if it's going to be me. In Osaka, I ran in the prelims of the 4x1, and not the final. So I knew my role and I understood that, and I knew that may be the case, or I may not touch the track at all. I found that I was running 2 days before the semifinal, and to that point, I had done everything.
What's up with you in these 2 days?
I don't know what the 2 days is, the 48-hour rule. That's why I'm prepared for pressure moments, okay?
Clearly.
I am prepared for a pressure moment. But 2 days before they set us down, they called you in a room and you were either told that you were selected or you weren't. And they just said, Lewis, you're running second leg. It was important that you just showed, I remember at relay camp process, in the process of, I can do it all. You need me first leg, second leg, third leg, fourth leg. I was a utility runner. I can be depended on to get the job done.
Mhm.
And that was important. That's the important part of the relay. That's an important part of the USA Relay program because you have such little time. You have to look at somebody in a moment and say, I believe you can get this done. And I wanted to show that, and I did. And that's the way I still look at, the athletes that I work with or the women that I know can get it done. But I remember just walking into the stadium and processing that moment of 2 years ago, I was on Madison Avenue, and here I am, one of 4 women in the United States. It could have been anybody.
RSG fam, today's episode is sponsored and supported by our friends at True Nutrition.
And we're really excited about this sponsorship.
As an elite athlete in such a strict sport, we all know you have to know what goes into your body.
It's no secret that many health supplements carry harmful chemicals and fillers. That's why Justin and I are very excited to present to you True Nutrition.
True Nutrition is founded on bringing the highest quality ingredients. They go through multiple testing with multiple parties to make sure what is on the package is also in the package.
Along with complete transparency, they allow you to customize your own protein and green powder mix if that's what you want to do.
Sports nutrition designed by you. You can make any combination of protein and green powder you want. A flavor, a name, and nutrition designed by you.
They've personalized the nutrition game just for you.
They also offer a lot more supplements. From creatine to pre-workouts to electrolytes, you name it, they pretty much have it for you.
I chose the custom protein because of the add-ons you could add on. In my protein pack, I have maca powder and ashwagandha powder. True Nutrition is changing the game for you.
I love the True Nutrition custom packaging. It has your own serial number, so it's one of one. You've made it yourself. It tells you what flavor that you've already picked, and it shows you what your ingredients are down to the percentage. You have 60% grass-fed beef protein isolate. I have 14% collagen. I also have a boost of ashwagandha powder, reishi mushroom boost, and mushroom blend, all handmade and it's signatured to tell you it is yours.
It's simple packaging, simply because they're all about the nutrition, making sure you get your needs and there are no secrets or surprises to what's in the bag.
So, RSG fans, are you ready to lock in with the highest quality ingredients possible? For a limited amount of time, our listeners get 15% off.
That's 15% off your entire order when you use promo code RSG.
That's 15% off your order at truenutrition.com with the promo code RSG.
Justin and I are going to repeat this one more time.
So, for a limited time, our listeners get 15% off your entire order when you use code RSG at checkout.
That's 15% off your order at truenutrition.com with promo code RSG.
Take the guesswork out of nutrition with True Nutrition.